Hello, my name is Steve Swartz, and welcome to the webinar. This webinar tonight is about you, and it's very important. If you're looking for other income, in your mind, do you feel restless, a little bit nervous? Do you feel unsatisfied? Like there might be a better way when it comes to the way you make a living. Well, the good news is that there is a better way, but it's different than you were taught in school. Let me explain. See, as we've traveled around the world, we've asked people to help us create the ultimate business and to tell us specific things they'd like in that business and what they'd like to avoid. We call this the perfect career list. And the perfect career list, when you start talking to people, oftentimes they come up with things that they don't really want. They kind of start a little negative, and that's kind of typical. When they say things like, I don't want to commute. No commute, no alarm clock, no employees, no boss, no politics, no compromises, hey, no discrimination, no educational requirements. And then they start to use their imagination a little bit. They start to wonder, think about things that they would like to see. And they get a little more positive. And they say things like, I'd like something positive, a great product or service, unlimited income, residual income, enjoy the people you work with, time freedom, something meaningful, personal growth, lots of perks, something international. Contribution to worthy causes, low risk, low startup costs, economy proof, tax benefits, and fun. And those, you probably come up with some more, but imagine being able to enjoy a career with all of those attributes. Well, guess what? Mondays don't suck, it's your job. And we're going to talk tonight, it's a little bit of fun there, but all the jobs, quote unquote jobs fall into one of 5 categories. There's blue collar, white collar, sales, traditional business ownership, and investing. And blue collar, the definition is someone who labors to fix something, make something, clean something, build something, or service something. I think all of us have probably done some kind of blue collar work at some point. And there is satisfaction in a job well done, but does it deliver on the perfect career list that most people come up with? And it absolutely does not. Then there's white collar, someone who is employed by someone else to work other than manual labor and sales. Many choose this because it's the most socially acceptable. I mean, I after the military, I went into this. I did one of these jobs, and it's long been viewed as safe. But recently, that has changed with the economy, with the recession, with all different types of technology out there, and we'll talk more about that. But even I observed this when I worked for Dell Computer, and there's really 2 types of people. There's achievers and hiders, and the achievers are people that go to work. They really want to do well, and they are trying to make it up the corporate ladder. They're trying to make the next, the next advancement because it means more money. And so they're seen as someone who makes things happen, but oftentimes they're a threat to the bosses above them because they seem like, wow, this person might even take my job. So and then their peers often see them as, oh gosh, this person is just trying to be, get all the attention. And the achievers, oftentimes, if they really make it, they're really not achievers. They're more like politicians. And and if that's not suitable to you, then often find people that are hiders. And these are people that want to go to work, do a good job, and kind of be left alone. They don't want to be the achievers. Doesn't mean they want to do a bad job, but they want to go to work, do a good job, and make things happen, but not draw attention to themselves and that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, in this day and age, the hiders are the ones who when things start to be downsized, companies start to right size, however they want to politically correctly say that. These are the people that often they basically get let go. And so does this white collar deliver on the perfect career list? Absolutely no. Then there's sales. And these people get away from being an employee, typically paid on their production instead of by the hour. And the common theme is, as their income goes up, I've seen people in sales, they start, they make more than probably the average person in corporate America, so they start making good money. And as they start to earn more, so does their lifestyle go up, right? Their lifestyle goes up, they start to get bigger cars and better cars, they get bigger houses, they start putting their kids in better schools and the whole thing, right? And then something happens. Because I've seen it happen over and over again with all the salespeople I've ever been around. And they can make really good money, but then the compensation changes. You did good this, you did this well, you're going to have to do even better, and we're going to change your territory. Or competitors have come in and made it tougher. You lose your best customer, the recession hits, the government regulations happen, technology changes, etc. And where they were working about 40 hours, having a pretty good life and living a a great life, now they have to work 50 hours and 60 and 70, and all of a sudden they don't have time to enjoy that stuff. And at the end of the quarter or the end of the day, every day they're starting the next day at zero. Lots of high pressure, lots of travel, time away from family. So does sales really, does it deliver on the perfect career list? No, not at all. And then there's traditional business ownership. Some opt for the big dream, right? Being the boss, calling the shots, sounds exciting, right? Someone might get a franchise or they might build a business from ground up. And the reality is, for most, this is how it happens. Step one, they use their savings or take on new debt or, borrow from friends and family, which can always strain relationships. And so they go into debt. Step two, they take on more debt, leases and personal guarantees. I saw this with people getting, guaranteeing they'll lease a building for so many years, like 12 years, and they hadn't even put their business going. So there's a lot of that stuff that happens. And in step three, instead of focusing on what they're great at, like sales, which they might have got into, they had a certain product or service that they really love, they have to do everything. And when I say everything, they're the accountant, they're the attorney. If the toilet breaks, they're fixing it. They're doing the HR. They're doing everything. But what they really got fired up for and what they were probably good at, like selling, they're not doing that at all. And step four, they struggle. Instead of owning the business owns them. You ever seen a traditional business owner be able to take a couple of weeks off? No, rarely do you ever see that. They're first to work, last to leave. They're the ones that care the most. Their employees don't care as much as they do because they don't have as much skin in the game. And after they pay these employees, there's little income left for them or to pay the debts. And step five, they succeed or fail. Many times when they fail, they file for bankruptcy, falling back into a sales job that they had before or something that they were familiar with. And if successful, they endure long hours and stress. And so does this deliver on the perfect career list? I would say absolutely not. And then there's the investor. What do you need here? You need money, and you need a lot of money. Money that if you saw it go goodbye, some of it, it's not going to take you out. This is where a lot of people, when they have jobs, they try to become investors, and they can get stuck. And you need incredible knowledge and skill. Many real estate investors, when things changed over the last couple of years since 2008, they lost big. And some of my friends that are really good at real estate investing, that's what they do all day long, full-time, and it's like a full-time operation. They make good income, but they're always on it. And or you could invest in someone's traditional small business. Yeah, good luck with that. That's probably going to be more like a charity donation that you're going to be doing versus some kind of a investment. The stock market, hey, you're not in control. Anything can happen. I know I've been successful in the stock market, but then in an instant, whack, poof, vaporize your income. And so you really, again, you have to have the knowledge and skill. And so does this deliver on the perfect career list? I don't think so. And so in the new economy, what people do is they go to school, they learn to be an employee. That's basically what they do. I went to college, and you basically go to school and you learn to be an employee. You find a company that will employ you. And in the old days, in step three, they would basically work for that company for 4 years. You switch companies for various political and economic reasons every 3 to 5 years. You find after 40 years you can't retire, so you keep working into your late 60s and 70s. You know that they're raising I think people are now, like the average, people are working past like in their 67, 70, early 70s now. And we were at this resort, and all the bellmen had like white hair. I was like, oh my gosh, the guy that's delivering room service is 15 years older than me. I'm like 43. So the world is changing, and it's moving towards a performance economy. So we got to adjust. We have to. So I hope you're paying attention to this. And the old economy jobs are going away, where you got hired, they gave you a certain salary, and whether you performed or not, you got that salary until maybe you were weeded out or you performed. But those types of jobs are going away, and technology shifts are reducing the need for as many people. Technology changes, and now you don't need big call centers and things of that nature. Just think about 100 years ago, 90% of the population, they were in agriculture. Now it's 1%, and more of that is happening all of the time. Just think about Blockbuster Video. Instantly, technology took that whole business out and all the people that work there, okay? Customer service centers. We've all dealt with it. They're overseas. et cetera. And even my job, I had a Dell. I'm glad I got out of it. I'll talk about that. I'm glad I got out of it because that job is now in Mexico, and I don't think I wanted to move to Juarez, Mexico. It's not happening. So, even the big factory, the state-of-the-art factory I worked in, that job and all those jobs with it went bye-bye. Okay, and they still have those jobs. They're just giving them over in Mexico, and so you have to be smarter about this. And to survive, people will need to open their eyes, like I did back in 2000, to this reality and find something new. The best way to thrive in the new economy is network marketing. Now, network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better. And the catch to network marketing is simply this. You must embrace a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. The network marketing company, they thought someone showed them something that looked interesting. They said, oh, yeah, I got a couple people, I'll sign up. And they treated it more like a lottery ticket than a real business. Or they didn't stop and get trained, and so it was kind of like a train wreck. And so they might have damaged some relationships, and so they might tell you, oh, well, those things don't work or whatever. So if you can overcome some of that, then network marketing is going to be great for you. If you can't, then it's probably not going to work out. But you can move past this very quickly and become a professional. We are network marketing professionals. Like I said, that's me in the tank in Korea in 1995. And a few years later, I was on my way to making millions of dollars in network marketing. I have been full-time since 2003. So whoever invited you out here, whether they're a mom, stay-at-home mom, you know them from another profession. They could be a real estate agent, a realtor. They could be a doctor, attorney. And those types of folks are actually on our webinar right now. But they're also, they may have that job, but they're also part-time, they're network marketing professionals. And so you're lucky to know them and lucky that they're turning you on to something. And so what's network marketing done for me since 2003? That's my family growing up. My kids haven't had their mom or dad at a traditional job. My wife's been able to stay home full-time with the kids. It's had a big impact on them. And you can see up in the left in the Cayman Islands, I would take my parents there. That was a cruise all paid through a network marketing business. You can see my kids. I'm holding them in my arms there. And now this is us a couple of weeks ago up there in the right-hand corner. That was probably about 8 weeks ago in Barbados. So, and swimming with turtles and all these kind of cool things. So we've lived on the beaches, we've lived up the mountains, and we've been able to have a great lifestyle all because of network marketing. But it takes work, absolutely does. So there's a lot of companies out there. I mean, how do you figure it out? How do you get this type of lifestyle? And what do you look for in a company? You have to look at these things because some people get excited about a product and some people get excited about a product. Our product officer was just calling me. Some people get excited about a product and they might fall into something that's not run very well. And so you have to look at this criteria. Will the company go long term? Will the product sell outside the network? Will the company grow and continue to grow? And will I be compensated well? And then will the training produce a successful rep so we're not out there damaging relationships and not knowing what we're doing? And so absolutely it's the case. And what I wanted to do is introduce you to something very unique, something that no one has even seen before. They may think they know that they've seen it before, but they haven't. And when I deliver this to you, hopefully you'll see where we're going and why we're doing so much better and doing something so much different. And I wanted to introduce you to ARIIX, the opportunity company. Now, what we're going to do is run down these criteria and put ARIIX through the paces with it. And I want to talk to you about what an opportunity company really is. What it means is we're not a one-trick pony. We're not a nutrition company. We're not a vitamin deal. We're not a skincare deal. We're not an electricity deal. We're not boxing ourselves into one area, okay? We're creating an opportunity that even your kids will be able to flourish with because new opportunities will arise and ARIIX will be able to capitalize on those. So will the company go long-term? Remember that one, right? Because you can't be successful if the company's out of business, right? Hey, my company's great. Well, they don't pay anymore. Well, then they're out of business, so it doesn't work. All right, so if you look at this, our leadership team that has started ARIIX, they have a combined 120 years of business experience, 100 of them in the direct selling industry. They built and ran a $550 million publicly traded, and it was scrutinized by Wall Street, plus it was a network marketing company, and taking that stock from $1 to $240 a share, and again, that's stock splits adjusted. But they created one of the most efficiently run companies in network marketing history. And that's Fred Cooper, the CEO. He's also a compensation plan expert, probably the best in the whole network marketing industry. Many companies come to him to try to solve their compensation plan troubles, and so he knows what he's doing. PhD in statistics. Mark Wilson, he ran the field for that other company. Jeff Yates is a chief financial officer, was the chief financial officer for that company as well, the $50 million publicly traded company. Riley Timmer was the treasurer for that company, and Deanna Lawson is our product officer. And these folks have built something quite amazing because they started with you in mind. Remember, this webinar is about you, and this is what ARIIX's Bill of Rights are all about. Okay, and this is a Bill of Rights. No other company in the whole industry has anything like this. You're starting to see some of them come out with them because we've upped the game. We've done things where the company actually works with us, the Partners Council, people like me. They listen to us and they put things into practice, and it's refreshing. They're not telling us what to do. We actually work with them, and it's a partnership. And you have the right to share in the profits. You can actually be a part owner. If you build a big enough team, a big enough organization, you can get part ownership in whatever market you're building, and that's important. No one else is offering that. And so, and then also, you have a business that you can protect. As companies start to grow, what you'll find, and it's sometimes not talked about, is people get terminated. Like, you know, if I built a big team and all of a sudden, you know, maybe I did something a little wrong, they'll find a reason to terminate me because paying me a bunch of money, they would rather get rid of that situation and keep all my customers. It happens, but in ARIIX, we're protected against that. And so it's exciting that they've done this. They put it into their policies and procedures, and there's a whole bunch of other things here, but the bottom line is they're creating a fair partnership. Now, if you looked at most network marketing policies and procedures, most people in business wouldn't sign them because it's a very one-sided deal. Not here. And it's very exciting that even if you know network marketing, you have the right to maintain your original agreement from the day you sign. So they can't just change it and say that you agree to it 10 years later when you don't even know what the change is because you're retired. Okay, so they're just doing things a lot more with the focus of they've heard people complain, distributors, about companies, and they put it into practice. So it's very exciting that they've done this. Not only that, we attracted the #1 network marketing trainer and the most respected. He probably has his footprint across more companies and consulted over 200 network marketing companies, and his name is Tim Sales. Tim Sales is not only that expert, but he's also the master distributor at ARIIX. There was his wife and Laura, and he, you know, as they just came aboard. Tim's video, Brilliant Compensation, literally changed the network marketing industry. It's probably the most watched video in network marketing history. Tim was the only network marketing professional to take on Larry King and answer the tough questions from the king of questions, Larry King. No one else has ever done that. Most people I know wouldn't even know what to do or say. So Tim handled it perfectly. And there he is receiving an award from Fred Cooper, the CEO of ARIIX. So Tim's in the trenches every day, leading by example, and it's exciting to have him as part of the company. We've also attracted, you know, some of the top professionals in nutrition because that's one of the brands and one of the areas we want to focus on. And Dr. Ray Strand, ARIIX medical director, he has over 40 years of practicing. He's a practicing physician. He's gotten great results with products, especially with the ARIIX products now. He's gotten some great results with his patients, and he's written about 5 books, other smaller e-books. But these books are bestsellers, and he's part of ARIIX. He's not part of anything else. This is the company he works with, and he's our medical director. So you can see we've put together a team that's proven. They have a track record of success. They haven't had a bunch of failures. The management team, they ran one of the best companies in network marketing. They just started a new company. Now we're 2 years old, and we're off to one of the fastest. We've got Tim Sales. He's not new. We've got Dr. Strand. We've got Robert G. Allen. We've got a whole host of people that have been attracted to this company. And so will the company go long-term with this type of leadership? It's already proven to be acting as a company that's about 6 years old. And so that's exciting. And again, the next part is, will the product sell outside the network? I mean, isn't it kind of sick when you see that people just, you know, this guy signs up that guy and that girl signs up this gal, and it's just a bunch of signups, but who's selling the product? Who's actually using the product? And so you have to have products that will sell outside the network. The other thing that you want to do in network marketing, name of your company to the point where no one ever wants to hear about it. It's kind of like the movie already came to the theaters, and you know now we've already heard of that, and I don't want to hear about it anymore. So it's not really an opportunity. And so instead of RX, becoming the big name out there, we're building brands, kind of like Procter & Gamble has a bunch of different brands they own, or Yum Yum Brands owns different fast food restaurants, but they all almost are competitors to each other. But in RX, that's what we're doing. RX is the opportunity company that's building brands so that we always have continuous life cycles. All products run through life cycles. You can just think of an iPhone, how much that's changed, right? And so the same thing happens in products. And so we have an expanding customer market always. We're always ongoing customer retention, and we can profit from immediate very unique things that people want, and deliver on those and create brands around that and make those brands known. And so I wanted to talk about the first brand we have, which is Nutrify. Now, Nutrify is RX's nutritional brand. Now, these are some of the nutritional supplements we have, and I'll talk about their uniqueness, but this is the Nutrify brand that we have, okay? So why supplement? I mean, come on, vitamins, are you kidding me? So, but think about it. Absolutely you need to, because, on a going basis, we are exposed to more environmental toxins than ever before, causing free radical damage. We are. And so if you're not taking care of that, then it's a big issue. Our food is not as nutrient-rich as it used to be. Farmland in the U.S. is over 85% micronutrient depleted, and, an orange from 50 years ago is not the same. It's about the equivalent of about 8 oranges. Organic or not, you're still missing some key nutrients, especially in this day and age. So why not just go to the supplement and get those products? Well, the problem is they in the grocery stores, they follow RDA standards, and RDA is a thing of the past. I'm talking like World War II, the past. And so we're looking for optimal daily allowances, things that will protect us against all of the environmental hazards we're running in today. Things that will allow us to have the most nutrition available to us. And so ODA is really where we're at, optimal daily allowances, and even upping that, okay, even upping that game. And what I wanted to show you is with our optimals, the optimals are basically, it's like a nutritional insurance policy. RX's optimals are composed of vitamins and minerals, which are combined are used to promote total body health. And they're whole food supplements. And I wanted to show you kind of the difference. The antioxidant potency test on the next page is used to illustrate the difference between RDA and ODA rated vitamins. So look at this cool little picture here. And what you have is different nutritional products. You have this health pack. You have the product that RX has, the vitamins. You have Centrum, right? We see that on TV all the time. Daily multivitamin from Kirkland's, which is Costco, one a day, and then just using water. And what you do is you cut a slice of apple, you put the product in there, and then you put the filtered water, and you place the organic apple face down into the water. Now, what the idea here is, have you ever seen an apple turn brown? Well, that's oxidation, right? Oxidation is when, kind of like metal rusting, it's the same thing that goes on in our cells to a degree, right? And so that's kind of an analogy to think of it. So if you've ever had a fruit salad and you squeeze like lemon juice or something like that over, lime juice or something like that, or orange juice, to keep it from going brown, what was in there was like vitamin C, which is an antioxidant to prevent the oxidation. So when you're taking a multivitamin or something of that nature, you're thinking, well, gosh, I'm protecting myself against like these toxins, and I'm protecting myself from oxidation. All right. Well, guess what? After 48 hours, look at the water. Look at the one a day. Look at the Costco. Look at Centrum. I mean, they spend their money on commercials and not so much on all of the science that's needed. And the vitamins, it looks the best out of all of these products. And so you can trust what's going on with these products. There's no compromise in raw materials, all right, in the raw ingredients. Okay, there's no compromise in manufacturing. Everything is GMO free. More and more products are becoming GMO free. All of our raw materials are certified GMO free. We follow USP and also the banned substance group certification. We have that as well. Plus, our manufacturing facility is an FDA approved manufacturing facility. That doesn't mean our products are FDA approved. No nutritional products are approved by the FDA. Just so you know, they're treated as a food. But we don't care. We don't want to follow that standard. We want to follow over-the-counter standards, good manufacturing standards, and NSF standards. Now, these certifications are not easy, not just given out lightly. but we don't want to compromise our integrity with the products, and so we follow these strict standards to making our revolutionary products. Now, when ARIIX comes out with Nutrify basically is a product line that has uniqueness, all right? So we want to cover the basics with the optimals, right? But then we have, if you need more energy, then take our super fruit and concentrated and natural energy enhanced product called Rejuvenex. Get rid of your energy drinks. This doesn't have any calories. So if you need energy, take Rejuvenex. Take 4 of those, and in 30 minutes, tell me how you're feeling. And it won't leave you jittery and all that kind of stuff. Incredible. If you need, inflammation is a big problem, and grapeseed is great for inflammation, and grapeseed is a great part of our product with Vinali, all right? But we get our grapeseed from Italy, not from China or India, which, oftentimes is cheaper, not as effective. It costs more to get it from Italy, but that's what we do. And again, all GMO-free raw materials. Omega, if you need, for your heart health, for overall, cell function, Omega Q is our fish oil product. Now, we get our fish oil from small fishes like sardines and anchovies versus whale blubber. We also use the distillation process that uses enzymes versus hexene. So if you get your fish oil from the grocery store, like a vitamin store, most likely you're getting a little hexene, which is a solvent, very toxic, in your fish oil. And you're also probably being exposed to more mercury than you need. Again, GMO-free, kosher certified, and this is just, again, we go the extra mile. And so if you're looking for a high-quality fish oil, there's none better than what we offer here. RestoreX is a natural cleansing supplement that promotes the removal of free radical and heavy metals from our systems and helps restore good health and vitality. It uses an Austrian zeolite, and this is an incredible product. We could get zeolite right from Utah; it'd be cheaper, but it's not as good as the one from Austria, so we don't cut corners there. It also includes organic spirulina, chlorella, and chlorophyll, and chia seeds. And this product is the combination of it. There's not another product like this out there on the market. And zeolite, and especially the quality that we have, is just amazing. And again, very unique in the market. No one else has anything like this, and it's very important in cleansing your body, okay, on a daily basis. And then a lot of people take coenzyme Q10, but oftentimes that building block for the cells isn't able to actually be absorbed by your body, and your body starts to produce less of it as you begin to get older. And what you really want is the ubiquinol form, which is the best form of coenzyme Q10. So we just offer that in our BioPro-Q. We give it and it's far more absorbable and therefore more effective than the traditional coenzyme Q10. Okay, so this is, again, great for heart health and overall cell function. And then we have this super, antioxidant. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's like the super antioxidant powerhouse that's full of things that you and I would probably never drink. But when you put it into this, it's not a fruit juice, but I drink it every day. I've already had 2 shots of MOA, and MOA stands for the mother of all. So it's pretty funny how that all came about. But it's got things like, blueberries and strawberries, which, yeah, those are great, but it also has things like shiitake mushrooms and other types of mushrooms that I can't even say, all right? And so there's over 34 superfoods all in this product. And this product is preservative-free. That is very revolutionary in the liquid nutrition industry. Most all liquid nutrition use some kind of freeze-dried presses, and they're not using purees like we are, and they all have preservatives. We don't. This is preservative-free. Again, revolutionizing the liquid nutrition industry. And this is all part of the Nutrify brand. Okay, the next brand that's very exciting, I mean, it's exciting. You've got to see these pictures. It's Slenderize. And Slenderize, what does that have to do with? Well, it has to do with this problem. The overweight rates in North America have grown, with overweight and obese people projected to be 74% of the population in 2020. I mean, if 3/4 of our population in the U.S. is all overweight, I mean, how are we going to – we're going to be a big sitting duck. I mean, there's just so many things to think about. And typically why this is going on. Well, the first thing is, if anybody's ever been on a diet, what happens is your metabolism slows down, all right, because you're not eating as much, or you're kind of like starving yourself, or you might be taking some shakes and bars and, that kind of thing. It's based on that. And then when you end the diet, you go back to normal eating, Well, you gain weight, and it starts to look like this, right? 2/3 of those who lose weight on diets gain it back in a year. 98% gain their weight back and more within 2 years. So you kind of start off on the left, you move forward, you're kind of looking good, and then you go back to your old habits, and then you gain more weight. I know no one on this webinar can relate to this. Absolutely. No, this is the way it goes. And the root cause of all diseases, we bombard our body with these, food that's really garbage, right? All this kind of stuff for decades. Then we get sick and blame it on our genes, right? It's unbelievable. And by the way, if you're like, you know what, I mean, I'm looking for a business, but I don't know about all this product stuff, look at this. Start thinking about huge trends. Weight loss is a huge market. The global weight loss market is estimated to be $672 billion by 2015. Yeah, $672 billion. That's over $500 billion, okay? So it's obviously a big market, and we're primed to be in front of that. I'm going to show you why, because no one has what we have. $61 billion industry in the United States, 108 million American dieters who try 4 to 5 diets a year, and 1 billion people were overweight worldwide. So obviously this is a huge market. But we want to bring something to the market that no one's ever seen before, something that no one even can get their hands on, and that only that we could deliver. That's why we go into these different brands. And that's why Slenderize is the business I really focus on a lot, because of these products here. The SlenderX and Accelerate. These are homeopathic, meaning that they trigger your body to do what they should, weight loss drops that on average people were losing about a half a pound a day of fat, right, over a 28-day cycle, all right? So SlenderX, what you do is you take the one with the blue label there, you drop it under your tongue. I tell you how much on that brochure right there, and you do that about 10 minutes before you eat. Then right as you're about to eat, you use the Accelerate, which is full of B12, biotin. It supports digestion and liver function and relieves stress, and then you eat, okay? And you do that 3 times before your major meals. You eat the types of foods that we suggest you eat, and it helps flush fat, helps with your cravings, curbs appetite. And I know I lost 29 pounds using this product, and we're not telling you what's in it because it's our proprietary blend. No one has it, anything like it. So it's very exciting that we have this. We also will, when Slenderize with these products, we will add our Pure Nourish, because, you know, no one wakes up at 7 in the morning and goes, oh, at 12:30 I will be rolling through Burger King or whatever, right? They don't do that. Our Five Guys, they're just like, man, I'm starving, I got to get something to eat. So this is like having fast food on the go. And this is called Pure Nourish. It has probiotics, beneficial enzymes. It's whey-free, so it has no dairy, no soy. Soy has a lot of issues with people, and a lot of people have allergies to that. So we don't have that. It's an all vegetable protein, and it's an incredibly easy on your system. It tastes good, right? It really tastes good, and it's cheaper than the typical breakfast, right? If you went for the typical breakfast, the whipped lattes and the muffins, that stuff spikes your blood sugar anyway, so that's crazy. You don't want to be doing that. But look at the calories, 770, an egg and sausage muffin with orange juice, 880, other shakes on the market, 240 calories. With Pure Nourish, you get 130 calories. It's $2.50, and that's a lot less expensive than going through the typical, breakfast place to grab a quick meal. So it also saves you money, and you're getting better nutrition. Now, in our Slenderize brand, what we did is we really wanted to prove that what we have is so great that we decided that you just got to get your hands on it if you're trying to lose a few pounds, or even get a six-pack abs, because people have done that as well. And so we ran a clinical trial, and we had 4 different groups. And in Group A, what we did is we had people eat the correct foods, right? There's a little food list, and hey, follow these types of foods, and then we gave them 6 SlenderX. I know it's kind of mean, but we gave it to them, and they were taking drops, but it really wasn't the product. And so those people lost weight for a couple of weeks. And then Group B, what we did is we gave them the correct foods and SlenderX Accelerate. So they just had the drops. And the placebo group's weight loss, right, the Group A, stalled after 2 weeks, which is typical. If you change, you start eating really clean, you start eating better, you start losing some weight, but you'd probably stall out after a couple of weeks. And you'd probably be miserable because those folks were completely miserable. All right? And so, and then there was Group C. They ate the correct foods, SlenderX Accelerate, plus additional products like the vitamins and minerals, the optimals we talked about, Omega Q we talked about, Pure Nourish we talked about, and RestoreX, which helps flush a lot of the toxins that are released as you're starting to release fat, because fat is usually encompasses your toxins, and so when you start to release fat, your toxins are released. So RestoreX is a key part of that. And then Group C products, they had their products plus Rejuvenex. So they basically did, Group D, they did just like Group C, but they added Rejuvenex because these folks were the soda addicted, junk food addicted. They are on multiple drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, etc., and they were the most likely to fail group. So adding Rejuvenex alleviated that soda addiction, and the people felt great. After a couple of days, they just felt incredible, and they actually lost the most weight. Plus, their food bill dropped by $150 the first month and $200 the second month. And again, the clinical trial results, people taking our drops lost 50% more than those who diet, just followed the food. Okay. On average, women lost a half a pound a day using our products. And on average, men lost 2/3 of a pound using our products. So over a 28-day cycle, it ends up on average about 15 pounds of weight loss. And that is unbelievable. If you want the best results, people who added other RX products and SlenderX Accelerate lost 3 times more than those who didn't. And this is what we call the clinical pack. As you can see, it's a complete program right there. Now, this is 5 pounds of fat. So when I say I lost 29 pounds, if you hold this thing up, it's like ridiculous. And it may not be sitting in your body just like this, but I had this across my stomach. I had this maybe, other places. And so, this is 5 pounds of fat. If you ever hold this replica, it's unreal. Well, there's people on this webinar. There's people that I know that I'm going to show you. These pictures are, I think, shocking, but they're also real, and they're life-changing. Here's Matt Leroy. I know Matt's on the webinar tonight, and he lost over 78 pounds. Matt called me because he wanted to earn some more income, but what he found here is he lost 78 pounds. He has more to go, but look at him. Look at the picture on the left. Look at the right. He looks like a completely different person, looks younger. I showed this to someone today, saying he looks younger, looks happier, and he's got himself under control, and the health benefits he's had are amazing. Just to say this, he's never been healthier, and he's just so excited. And this is what we're seeing across the board. Here's Shannon. Shannon she lost 40 pounds. She had the baby weight, 3 years later. Ever hear that one? Of course. And so Shannon, she's done incredibly well. She's even lost even more now, I believe. Jeff's lost over 65 pounds. He's our chief financial officer. We showed a picture of him earlier. Look at that shirt. What is that? Like Santa Claus starter kit on there. Right shirt over there on that red shirt. And now he's like trim, slim. He's wearing like hip jeans and all these things now. It's unbelievable. And then there's Regina and John. Look at Regina. I mean, it's unreal. I got to see Regina. I've met her in person a few different times. Unreal. Her weight loss. She's lost 60 pounds. Her husband John's lost 47. That's 107 pounds with this couple. And they've done it using our program. And it's just really, really cool. And then there's this younger generation of people. For definition, these show-offs, they already look good, and then they want to get even better. In 28 days of not even doing much exercise or anything, they're able to get themselves cut up using this product. They have cheat days, they use the SlenderX Accelerate cereal with almond milk, chicken, tilapia. There's Duke and Jason, and man. And I know 50-year-olds that have done this as well, just like this. So it's pretty exciting. And there's Woodson. Woodson, she at first started with the business and didn't even start on these products really right away. And then she said, you know what, I'm going to do it. She saw her friend Chris Doyle's results. Chris had lost so much weight, and so she decided, I'm getting on this. And she's dropped 6 dress sizes. Look at her on the right. Now she's putting Facebook posts, and she's out exercising and doing all these things. That's where she's dropped these 6 dress sizes. And this is the most amazing weight loss story I've seen. Look at this gal right here. 265 pounds on May 29th, 2012. Now, we could sit here and tell you that, people are out there, not exercising, but you might be going, yeah, come on, they're running 20 miles a day, and they're doing Zumba and all these things, and that's how they're losing their weight. You're kidding. Well, unfortunately, Lisa Cummings is actually a paraplegic. She's paralyzed from the chest down. She was in an ATV accident about 9 years ago. Her story is just amazing. She was a mom. She is a mom. She was a mom, 2 kids, active lifestyle, and she ended up in a wheelchair. Completely changed her life, and she started to gain weight. And she gained a lot of weight because of the medicines and because of the lack of activity. and she was just miserable. She tried every type of diet out there, and nothing was working until her cousin, Tony, introduced her to SlenderX. And look what happened. And in less than a year, 7.5 months, she lost 101 pounds. I just met her again a couple weeks ago, literally 2 weeks ago, and she's down 130 pounds and 90 inches using this program. So obviously it works. You know, you don't have to go out and do a bunch of exercise to be successful. Obviously exercise is a great part, and we want people to exercise, but it's not. Look what it's done for Lisa. And so this program is quite amazing. And so when you have your hands on something like this in front of a $672 billion industry, you've got yourself a heck of a business, and you better sit up and pay attention, because we're affecting people. And when you have effect on people and you change their lives, they don't stop taking your products. There's loyalty to that. There's loyalty to the brand. And that creates long-term income for you seeking a business, okay? Those who are seeking a business and a true opportunity, that's what happens, okay? I've already lived it once, and I know it. The residual income comes in because people will not stop taking the products, whether they join the business, whether they're a customer. When they have this kind of effect, it has a big effect on your bottom line because you're helping people, and you deserve it, all right? And against the competition, you know, the typical names that we see out there, there's no comparison in the weight loss and all the things that you have to do to lose the weight. And in 30 days, about 14.18 pounds. I said about 15 pounds. That's in 30 days. Jenny Craig says 15 pounds in 12 months. Atkins, 10 pounds in 12 months. That's what they're guaranteeing, okay? And so not here. And not only that, much less expensive. Weight Watchers estimated price per pound is $97. I lost 30 of those. I don't want to spend $97 for 30 times 97, $139 for Nutrisystem. Plus, you know, come on, that's packaged food that sits in your pantry and it's supposed to be really good for you. I mean, I had enough meals ready to eat in the Army. I wouldn't want to touch that stuff. And all my relatives have tried all this stuff, you know, and I imagine you have too. So think of all the money you've spent on this. And then with Slenderize, it's about $25 per pound. And that's incredible. Now, look at this group of people. We were kind of having some fun, and we were in Atlanta, and we decided to gather up everybody and go down the list and say, how much weight did you lose? And we calculated it all. There was about 240 or something like people that were in the picture, or so, somewhere right around there. And they lost over a ton and a half, 3,224 pounds in less than 3 months in this room. People were so excited. And so this is a huge brand for us. It's a great business, but it's not the only brand we have. I'm going to talk about one more and then talk about where we're going. Purity, all right? Now, what is this? Now, Purity is a brand that has a global impact. It's going to probably be one of the biggest brands in the world that you're going to hear about because of its impact. They now call water, which is what Purity deals with. They call water the new blue gold. Oil barons like T. Boone Pickens are buying up like all of central North America, right there, like in the heart of America. They're buying up all the water rights. The Bush family is buying aquifers down in Uruguay and South America because they know that you can live without oil, but you can't live without water. And the water we've had over the last since the dinosaurs is the same water we always have, okay? And so the quality of that water has just become horrible. And this is a New York Times study, the top 10 rated worst water supply systems in the United States. So if you drink tap water, your tap water is not much better, I guarantee it. I mean, you just have to go talk to your city. But if you're in Reno, you get arsenic, manganese. North Las Vegas, 26 chemicals. Riverside, you get arsenic. You would think, I live up in Park City, Utah right now, and you would think that, wow, mountains, pristine snow, they have arsenic, they have all kinds of problems up here in the water, okay? Not to mention all the chlorine and things that they put in there, plus some places where they put fluoride and all of that in the water. There's a lot of problems. Omaha, Nebraska, 42 chemicals, because everything that goes up in the atmosphere, everything that we put on the soil comes back up in the atmosphere, that seeps into our water sources, and everything we do seeps into our water sources, pharmaceutical drugs, all of those things. So if you drink tap water, 97% of streams and 58% of groundwater contain pesticides. They found 350 contaminants have been found in U.S. tap water, including lead, chromium-6, pesticides, and rocket fuel. Wow. Take off, blast off. All right. And did you know that 40% of bottled water is just straight tap water? And we found chemicals contamination in all bottled waters, tested all. They contained disinfection byproducts, fertilizer residue, and pain medication. That's right, pain medication. By the way, if your neighbor is using medication and they're going to the bathroom, which of course they are, that medication, including birth control, you name it, ends up back, and we end up drinking it. Okay, and over time, how much of your neighbor's, birth control do you want to take into yourself? None, right? So this is a big problem. So if you use plastic bottles, plastic when it crinkles and it makes noise, what makes a plastic bottle pliable is BPA. And BPA is a hormone disruptor that has a lot of issues, including it's linked to severe coronary artery stenosis, which is basically narrowing of the arteries, right? And these are major studies. And not only that, the plastic bottle usage, and by the way, if you use reverse osmosis water is hungry water because the minerals get stripped out of it. And so that's a problem as well. So what are we going to do? Besides that, we're destroying our planet with all the bottles that get thrown away. Over 50 million bottles a day get thrown out in the trash and not recycled. Most of the planet doesn't recycle. And then the other problem is what if you're saving for emergency? Typically you save this water in these blue bins, or you have so much bottled water, but after time the water starts to go bad. You have to replace it, so that's expensive. Have you ever been around a national emergency? Like a hurricane. I lived in Florida on the beach. Hurricane was coming. I went to the store and I was like over there with the orange crushed soda, going, "Okay, where's the water? I guess we're in trouble. Let's start driving away." So I didn't, we weren't prepared. And when that happens, just think of all the national disasters that happen. And so water is a big problem. And so we have a solution for that. We have something that you can take to heart and actually solve this issue. Introducing the Purity ARIIX's water filtration brand, and we have a double insulated stainless steel and flexible plastic water bottles. And Purity, I'll show you how it works here in a second, is good for up to 50 gallons. It's actually stress test over 100 gallons. And so if we just go with the 50 gallons, it saves people about $250 in bottled water, and it has the highest filtration rating out there on the market. So if you're thinking that you use a Brita filter or a Pure, I'm sorry, you could pour root beer through this thing, and it'll actually make the root beer clear. If you do that through a Brita filter or one of those Pure filters, one of the most popular ones out there, you're going to get brown water going through there. So the filtration rating is not even close. And what happens here, and by the way, don't just take my word for it. Take the men and women in uniform and the elite forces. Navy SEAL Team 5. Purity was the only thing we trusted for water in Afghanistan. We had a teammate that introduced a platoon of SEAL Team 5 to this bottle, and that's what the guy's quote was. It's the only thing we would have. The only thing we would trust. And we're going to get them to write it up, but they're back overseas, and hope they're safe. And but they're using our bottle. This bottle is providing the Navy SEALs with pure water, and they could get anything they wanted. How it works is this. This is the bottle, and there's no toxic chemicals like BPA or phthalate-free. It's toxin-free. No toxins that are linked to birth defects and cancer. It's eco-friendly. It's double insulated if you get the stainless steel. On the plastic one, it's squeezable, and it doesn't sweat if you have the stainless steel, okay? And it's very effective. Now what you do is step one is you fill the bottle with any water source worldwide. You can dip it in a murky swamp, grossest water you've ever seen, and get pure water. I've even seen people, and bear with me, I haven't seen them do it, but they actually pee in it and they drink it, and it's actually giving them pure water. And so you put your water source in there, and step 3 is the water begins to flow through the inner side walls of the filter. And what happens is, based on proven science of over 100 years ago, silver was used as an antibiotic agent. And this is the silver-based aquasphere. And today, silver is increasingly becoming known for its antimicrobial ability to destroy the growth of bacteria. Plus the way that the product is put together, as bacteria comes into it, it actually penetrates and pierces, and it kills them. So basically, it's just like imagine puncturing the bacteria. So it makes them so the bacteria die. So if you use the Purity filter and then like a week later you came back to it, it's not going to be full of bacteria growing inside the filter, because this filter actually pierces the bacteria. It suppresses the growth of bacteria, algae, fungus, mold, mildew within the filter, by deactivating enzymes when coming in direct contact. So it's amazing that goes on here. Step 2, we have a zeolite sleeve, and zeolite's not only in our Restorix product, but zeolite is used to capture heavy metals. And zeolite has been etched with microspheres that actually pierce the membranes. Again, this is all part of it, as I was talking about. All right, and it removes, we can never say it removes 100% because you can't make that claim, but it reduces out heavy metals, including mercury, cadmium, lead, arsenic, aluminum, some radioactive metals, and other toxins. Again, pure and Brita and all of those types, even the ones that you get from REI, they can't hang with this. And then our third part of the filter is the activated coconut carbon filter. What this does is it utilizes activated carbon to absorb a wide range of tiny organic and inorganic compounds, oxidizing agents, and volatile organic compounds, as the VOCs, from the drinking water, thus improving the taste and odor, and it helps filter out the disinfectants like chlorine, chloramine, and iodine. And so once you've done that, you're ready to drink it, and away we go. Little kids can drink from it, and it's pretty cool. And plus, we're doing great things by the environment, because one purity filter is the equivalent of about 375 16.9 fluid ounce bottles. Those are like the Dasani or the Aquafina type bottles. Okay, I'm drinking from mine right now. And again, this was, we recommend that you replace it every 8 weeks, but this was, the stress test on this was actually with the double rated capacity of 100 gallons. So this is off of 50 gallons and how many bottles that you would save. So just think of 375 bottles times how much each like Aquafina or Dasani bottle would cost. My kids, there they are hanging out in front of the house. They use it. So I've taken it around on trips. Can you imagine like when you're traveling? And you have to use, like you want some water and you grab those like $6, $8 bottles in the room, the hotel rooms, where you don't have to do that. You can just fill this up in the sink, grab a couple ice cubes, and you've got better water than if you were to buy this. The bottom line on this product with purity is that it actually will save you money. The Dasani is about 83 cents. If you bought them in bulk, Fiji $1.17, and with purity, it's 15 cents. And again, if you let it, it can be as low as 7 cents at filtering 100 gallons of water. And this product division and brand, Purity, is going to be expanding to sink units, shower units, all of the point of entry usages for the house, and also air filtration coming this way. This is the entry product into this division, but it's doing great things and having a huge impact. Remember how you'd want to be part of charitable causes? Well, with this product, we're actually making a difference. Charity and making a difference with pure water. We're able to help people over in Africa get pure, clean drinking water, because not having access to that is deadly for people in these areas. And so we're part of the pure water movement. You can actually donate and contribute to providing our bottles to these folks. And it's pretty incredible what we've been able to do. So again, we're part of brilliant brands, Nutrify, Slenderize, Purity, and there's more things coming. Healthy Home, how to get the toxins out of your home for real. We have a healthy skincare division coming, personal care, called Revive. I've actually been trying it, and all the bottles come, we've got little samples, and it'll be launching in 2014. That'll be a complete skincare division that people could build a business with. You may not be interested in it. I may not be interested. I don't know. But I definitely want to be using the products because they are amazing, and I've already been trying them, and they're stellar. And what's really great about it, the uniqueness to that line, the Revive line, is that the lady who produced it created the Toxic-Free Foundation, where she scrutinized every skincare line out there, and she's kind of like that authority figure on toxins in skincare. And there's not a direct sales company that passes her test, but she designed our skincare and personal care products. So be excited about that. It will be amazing. This will have an impact on families, and it will be a great business, and everyone's going to want to know about this and what it does for people, teaching folks, moms and dads, how to have the most healthy baby possible. It's going to be enormous. So think of ARIIX as owning multiple network marketing companies all within this umbrella, and you can be a part of any of them, and more is coming. Teaching people about finances so they actually know how to invest and they know how to do those things so that when they start making money, they know what to do with it versus, out there trying to figure it out and, not really getting where you want to go. And so there's more and more divisions coming, and that's why ARIIX is truly an opportunity company. Now, let's switch to the next one, all right? Will the company grow? I mean, some companies have some great things, but they just don't grow. They don't go anywhere. Well, that's not the case here. We have brilliant growth. ARIIX expanded into 12 countries in the last 2 years. Started off with U.S., Canada, and mainland China. We have a license to do business in China, unbelievable. Hong Kong, Japan, Singapore, Taiwan, the Netherlands, Portugal, Thailand, Mexico, and we just opened up Australia. We did $32 million in our first full year. That's what a normal network marketing company does in about year 5. We did that our first full year. And we paid out $16 million to people like you and me. We have international offices in Taiwan, Hong Kong, United States. These are the actual offices. Very excited to see this, and it's your chance to build an international business. This is part of my team over in Portugal. Great leaders with their current company, and they actually left and came with us. Werner Berger, he's down there on the left. Oldest gentleman in North America to climb Mount Everest. He's going forward again. He's part of ARIIX. There I am accepting an award from the company along with a bunch of other people as we got great awards, and we won cruises. I'm down there with the team from Charlotte and Todd Rowland and Susan Frank, and there was Deanna and Mark Wilson. Deanna Watson, our product officer, and Mark Wilson, and down there in, actually this picture was taken in Orlando. And so you can build an international business with this company. And again, are we growing? We'll check out. You don't want to miss the momentum, because with what's going on in the meetings, this was 2 weeks ago up there in the left. That's in San Diego. Had over 800 people at the La Costa Resort. Look at that event. It was incredible. On the right here, it's kind of covered up by the picture of the don't miss the momentum, kind of like trying to, hello, that's Atlanta. We had, like, again, about 260, 250 people there. Down in Mexico, over in Taiwan, there's me in Portugal. And so you don't want to miss on this, all right? There's not a company that's creating itself the way ARIIX is. And we're blowing up right now. Things are going crazy. And more and more people are actually coming aboard because they see what's happening here. They see the Bill of Rights. They see this divisional approach, and they don't want to miss it. And so some of these people, are here with us, and all of these folks on this page right here are 7-figure income earners. They've earned over 7 figures in network marketing, and for one reason or another, whether it was their company didn't uphold its what it was doing or whatever, they've all come and joined this company here. And so more and more leaders are understanding this, and they're taking advantage of it. And I believe in the next 18 months, the people who really kick butt and go after this business are going to profit because they're in front of so much growth. And so I would highly advise you not to just take this as some hype, but actually look at this and get started, because an opportunity like this doesn't exist. If you join a company and all they do is skincare, and in 10 years all they do is skincare, or they wear their name out and that's what they are, a skincare company, and you don't want to do skincare, well, then you don't have an opportunity with that business. Here, you have multiple opportunities, and it's very exciting. That's why Tim Sales came out of retirement, by the way. That's him there with the tie, the tan shirt right there in the middle. And we have other network marketing companies that have decided to fold up shop and as their own company. And actually, even this week, Rev NRG is joining ARIIX. All right, Travani has done that. Other companies will be doing that in the future as well. There's more coming, and so companies don't join losers. All right, so we're obviously kicking butt, taking notice. The management team has put together this company that no one's ever seen. They know Tim Sales is here. They know these Bill of Rights, and so and then they know what I'm about to talk about now. No one has anything like it on the planet, and leaders are being attracted to this company left, right. And so if you don't have a lot of experience in network marketing, let me tell you, get started here now, because gain your experience here and keep it here and build a long-lasting business. So will you be well compensated? Now, we're going to get a little technical here, and if I lose you, well, I'm sorry, but don't worry, we'll help us explain it or answer any questions you may have at the end of this. But in network marketing, there's basically, if you look at the bottom, those silver circles down there, there's 3 basic types of compensation plans out there. All right, there's a matrix where it's like limited width, limited depth. There's a binary where typically it's limited width, and you build down unlimited depth. Right, you have like 2 lines and you build down those. And then there's what they call the unilevel, meaning one level. This is where people have a front line, and you can build infinitely wide, but you're limited in depth. And sometimes what has happened in the past is people have been, signed up front line to somebody like over there on the right, and unfortunately, they're kind of left in the dust. And so people don't have an interest in them. And we don't want that to happen. And so what we created is an infinitely wide and infinitely deep compensation plan called the multi-line. Meaning you can build it as wide as you like and as deep as you like. And if you look at those gold lines down there, if you build them to $14,000 in sales every week, you make another $100,000 a year. So each one of those is worth $100,000 a year. Okay, and so that's very exciting. And just to give you an example, if you're trying to create a little extra income, how it works is that would be you at the top there, and then you'd have a powered line, and then those pay lines. All right, pay line 1, 2, and 3. So let's just look at the power line and pay line. What they do every week is they look at the sales that go on in your organization, how much products being sold, new reps are being enrolled, that kind of thing creates volume, sales volume, and that's what they call that 4,200 PV. That's basically sales volume. All right, and so if you were doing it on a monthly basis, about 56 reps by our customers and / customers buying the product, that would create $4,200 in basically $4,200. Let's just look at it that way. And then if you're on your pay line where it says 3,220 PV, 25 PV, then on that, it's the lesser line. You get paid on that every single week. So if that week it was 3,225 PV, you would multiply that by 15%, and you would make $645 right there. All right. You can get both of what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the power line and pay line to be over $14,000 in sales. The number is actually $13,334, and when you multiply that by 15%, it's $2,000. So if you can get those to $14,000, the power line and pay line, you make $2,000, and then you earn like that pay line 2, and you can start building down that. And once you build that pay line 2 to $14,000 in sales, you make $2,000, and you'd earn your pay line 3. And you can keep going wide, and you can also put another position down below those pay lines so that you can keep building in depth. But in this scenario, like if you had a power line and these 3 pay lines, and you'd make $645 on your pay line 1, $405 on your pay line 2, pay line 3 you'd make $720, and so your weekly base commissions would be $1,720 for the week. So that's not bad. That's pretty good for a part-time income. Okay, now if you were able to enroll 4 people in the first 8 weeks, then what they do is they call that gold status, and you get a bonus of $67.50, plus you make a commission that ends up being $100. So if you enroll 4 people on auto delivery, make $100 and pay for your own auto delivery. So basically you make $100 with 4 people. In my previous company, it took about 15 to get your products paid for. Here it takes 4, and so the retention is there. It's very strong. And then there's other bonuses like the team lead bonus is what I just mentioned, matching bonus I'll cover here in a second, and then the gold status income position bonuses and other bonuses. There's a lot of other bonuses here, but things that I get excited about are basically the base commissions. As I mentioned here a second ago, it's unlimited width, unlimited depth, and that is huge in our industry, okay? And the other bonuses that we have are like a savings bonus plan. We don't stick people with car deals where they have to they win a car in 30 days and now they have a car payment of $600 and if they don't maintain their volume, they can't make it. Now they've got themselves, no matter what, they still have a car payment, okay? And so we don't want to do that to people. We feel that's a little, even though it builds some excitement, a little bit of hype, it also damages people as well. And so we didn't want to do that. So what we do is as you start to earn income, ARIIX puts away 15% of your base pay each week, and then as you accumulate that up to $10,000, they'll pay you up to $10,000. That's me actually holding a $10,000 check there by my car, and then every 4 weeks they'll pay you 15% of your base check. And so if you're a week, that would be an extra $600 a month. And if it goes up, it goes down. It doesn't like, oh, well, you don't qualify at this level, so it doesn't matter. If it was $800, then you would get 15% of $800, and they would separate it and give it to you every month. Maximum is $2,000, and it's fun hitting that maximum every week, every 4 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I'll get paid again another $2,000 on top of my regular check, and so that's very exciting. Now, the true retention, the biggest, most exciting part of the compensation plan is this. and it's the matching bonus. Anyone you enroll, excuse me, anyone you enroll, you can earn 15% of their base check. So if you enrolled me and I made $1,000, well, you would make, on the base commissions, you'd make money from the volume. I make $1,000, you make an extra 15% of my check. So that would be an extra $150 to you. If I signed up Mike and Mike made $100, you would get $10 of Mike's, okay? And it goes all the way down 5% to the 7th generation, all right? And when you sign up 4 people in the first 8 weeks, you make gold status. You always have that status for life, and you unlock those first 3 generations forever. What this does is it keeps you interested in your team because of the matching. And what it means by compression is if someone in there drops out, then they just move up a level. And so if they come back and they're back active, then it compresses back down. So there's what they call dynamic compression, and that's a very key component so people don't block your matching bonus if they fall out. It just moves up a level. So it's very, very exciting. And again, imagine an extra paycheck for helping your people be successful. If you help people that you sponsor, and then the people they sponsor, and then sponsor down the line, it means that nobody's left behind. It means that the smallest, like the newest person that just gets going, they're important because you still earn off of the matching bonus for them. And so you're going to take their phone calls. You're going to listen because it's very, very important. And so it's very exciting. And this is where the huge money will be in the compensation plan. Okay? And like I said, the gold status, if you had 4 people using the drops, then you would unlock that gold status in those first 3 generations. And if you personally sponsor the 4 reps with an income position and 75 volume auto delivery in 8 weeks, your product, your SlenderX and Accelerate would be free, and you unlock the first generations of matching bonus. And again, it's very, very exciting. There's other things that happen here. We have some different enrollment packs, and when you sell these packs, you can make your money back. If you sell 6 of the member packs, they're about $750. If you sell 6 of those, the business packs, you make $750. All right. And if you sell 12 of the elite packs, you make 12. If you sell 4 of the elite packs, you can make $1250 back. And so it's a way for you to earn, to not only get started, but to put money back, to have a business that's already paid for. I mean, just think about the traditional business owner. They don't have a business that's paid for in the first, very quickly, right? So just think about that. And there's other incentives like cruises and trips, and you can experience these. We're starting to experience these in ours. We just came back from a cruise that we all experienced. Now, this is something I want you to pay attention to because I want you to come cruising with us in January. And if you get started today, you have a great chance to actually win a cruise. And so you can take you and a family member or get upgraded cabins and airfare and all of that kind of stuff to get you to the Caribbean on the Oasis, one of the best cruise ships in the world. We just started a cruise contest last week. And over the 18 weeks, if you can earn $2,000 over 18 weeks, you can win a cruise. And the other criteria is to get 4 people signed up that make gold status. And so if you do that, you're going to win a cruise. And if you make 3,000, you win another cruise. All right, if you make 4,000, you actually get 4 credits for cruises. Okay, and you can win up to 8 of these if you make up over $6,000. So if you're starting now, you don't have any. It's taking off of your baseline income from June. So if you're just starting, your baseline income from June is 0, right? So if you make $2,000 over the next 18 weeks, you can win a free cruise. So don't waste any time. And again, that's me and my kids. I took my kids on the last cruise because it's a lifetime memory. I mean, swimming with turtles, that's me helping them out there. You notice my beautiful hairline there. And so we're out there swimming with the turtles in Barbados. That's us in St. Martin overlooking the cruise ship behind us. There I am with Stefan Page, one of our top leaders, and Mark Wilson, the president of ARIIX, enjoying winding down on a day in Antigua. That was just amazing, okay? And so I want you to experience these things. I want you to come along with us on this cruise, and you'll be thanking yourself that you came to this webinar, that you listened to this information, and that you took action today to get a part of a company, become a part of a company that's in this much momentum and is doing such great things, has such a great uniqueness to our model, and we're going to give you a cruise on top of it so we can all go have fun and create lifelong memories together. Now, I have to put, all right, The average earnings report, when we start talking about how much people make and different types of things of that nature, we need to talk about it, right, a little bit. And the average income for a full-time representative is $187,797 a year. That's for the people like myself that are doing this full-time. And then people that are part-time, for representatives of ARIIX as short as 6 months and earning as little as one check, the average earning is $39,542. Not too bad for someone that's just getting going. And the average earnings to all, that's 19,185 representatives active for as little as 1 day. So if someone just started, they count on that number, it's $838, which is pretty awesome when you take into account, someone that just started. And so this is very cool. The ARIIX founders become a part owner in the company, meaning that you could share in the profits with the founders of whatever market that you build. If you build one of the best businesses and become an owner in the company, no network marketing company is going to allow you to become an owner. If you join a company that's been around for a long time, they're going to be like, prove it. There's no chance of that happening. Okay, I'm in the CEO level, and that's pretty good income. Averaged about $416,000 a year. And there's people on this webinar that are going to be passing me, right? But I'm going to keep moving myself. So I'm not just going to quit. I'm moving forward as well. And so there's a lot of people earning income here, and they can do it fairly quickly. And it's not easy. We have to work our butts off. You guys know that. What we do here is we provide training. And will the training produce a successful representative? Absolutely. You'll get training in webinars like this, 2-on-1 presentations. They do work, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. Weekly meetings, online and working in teamwork with people like Steve Tanglis, Susan Frank up there with Todd Rowland, some of the best network marketing people and professionals ever. You guys have got to make Marlisa. Her ability in nutrition is unreal, and so we're so lucky to have her part of the company. I wish I could tell you who she represents, but I'd get in trouble. So it's private information. But she's done so much in our industry and in nutrition, and it's great to have her. Stephane Page with his cool shades there from Quebec. There's Woodson Gardner from Charlotte, Shannon Lavinia from here in Park City, and myself. And again, working with the master distributor and founding representative, Tim Sales, who created the Ethic Brilliant Compensation. We're all here working. This is what we're doing. We're in this business, okay? And that's Tim Sales right there, training in Atlanta, how to build a slenderized sales team, all right? On the left, we're doing drills, going back and forth, talking about what to say, what not to say. We have a business orientation system, step-by-step through this. There's us in Atlanta down there in the middle. And about 100 people jammed into a room going over things. Masterminding at the home office, they're up in the right. And then Tim and I in Park City, showing people how to do the drills so they know how to say things effectively, and they know how to talk to people without mowing them down and acting like crazy people, all right? And so when you first walk into ARIIX and you get started with us today, you're going to immediately log in, and your education is going to begin. Your education like you've never seen in network marketing is going to begin. Your education like you've never seen in any profession is about to begin, because we have the top network marketing trainer in your back office walking you through how to invite people, knowing about the industry, right? Knowing the vision of the company, talking to you about, the network marketing in a way you've never heard, and then teaching you how to be a professional inviter so people will actually listen to what you have to say. So getting started, it's pretty easy. And by the way, when you get started, you're going to get a 30% discount on the products. Tax benefits that if you don't start, there's the whole reason to get started is for the tax benefits. Unreal. And we earn paychecks every Friday. I love it. And so the member pack is the SlenderX member pack. It's $399, and it gives you 2 lanes, we like to call kind of like the 2 legs, all right? And so you get these products, and you're up and running in business, all right? And then, or you want to go for this pack. It's called the SlenderX Business Pack. It gives you 4 of the SlenderX, and actually 5 of the SlenderX, and you get 5 of the Rejuvenex. That will kickstart your weight loss. Plus, you can use one for yourself or you and your spouse, and you can sell either the other 4 and make $600 because we're able to retail these products for $150, okay? And so people are making $70 profit retail on this product. No product in network marketing has that retail markup except we do. And so that's very exciting. So you could, use one of these, sell 4, make $600 back, and you're almost profitable there, and you haven't even signed up a rep. Okay, so you're right there, and this gives you 3 lanes. Also, you get 12 months of the Office Pro, which is the back office. It's $20 a month. It gets all your websites, and people can buy products directly from your websites, focusing on purity, focusing on slender eyes, focusing on Nutrify. Okay, so you have those websites that are there, and that's $20 a month. You don't pay for that for a year. That's $239 in savings. You also get an event pass. We're going to do a great convention in 2014 that you're not going to want to miss. But if you decided that, you can't make it, whatever, you can redeem that event pass for $199 in free products, which is, again, another great value. And this builds your business with 3 lines starting out. And then there's the Elite Member Pack. Now, this is there's one for Slender Eyes, but I'm showing you the one that has the water bottle because we talked about that. And this includes all the products in the picture. If you want to get on that clinical pack and start losing weight, like the 3 times weight loss that people got, 3 times fat loss, then get this product right here, okay? And this pack has 18 months of the Office Pro, which is $359. Passes, which is close to $400 in event passes for you and a spouse to go to. So you can go to the convention for free, or you can get a redemption in products, $400 worth, and it gives you 4 lanes. Now, what is this 4-lane, 3-lane, 2-lane? Well, let me just show you. And again, this is $1,279. This is how I got started. You get started however you can. Call the person back and tell them you want to get going no matter what, and you want to get going. Don't delay, because those rooms are going to continue to get packed out. Those events are going to continue to get packed out, and you're not going to want to miss it. Now, how does this work with these 2 lanes, 3 lanes? What are you talking about here? Well, basically, if you were to look at, let's just imagine you had $1,000 in sales, right? So $1,000 in what we call volume. If you had 2 lanes, what they would do is they would separate 500 points on lane 1, lane 2, right? And so you would earn 15% of the lesser, but since they're both the same, it's 15% of 500, so that'd be $75. So that's if you got in with the member pack, all right? And if you did the business pack, you'd have 3 lanes. And so they would separate that 1,000 points. We just do 333 on each lane. And so the 2 lesser legs, which they're both all the same, obviously, so it's like 666 points times 15%, $99.90. And if you had 4, again, you'd make 100. Okay. So having 4 lanes is the way to go long term, because as you have more and more orders going through your business, you're going to be giving away a lot of money by not having those 4 lanes. Okay. If you can't get the 4 lanes today, you can always upgrade, but make sure you get started one way or the other. Don't walk away from here going, I need to think about it. What do you need to think about? And we would love to have you on our team, because we're moving forward. We'd love to do it with you, but we're moving forward no matter what. And we're moving at a rapid pace, very exciting. The more people I talk to today, I mean, geez, it's going crazy. And we're attracting high-quality people. High-quality people not only that have network marketing experience, but also people who have never done it ever, and some people have never even heard of it. And it's just amazing. So with that, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. Thanks so much for coming to our webinar. You guys are amazing, and welcome to ARIIX.